This lesson we will be solving linear equations. So a linear equation contains pronumerals with the highest power of 1. So we're never dealing with x squared or x cubed. We're only dealing with pronumerals with the highest power of 1. So for example 4x or 5x. So we'll work through 3 questions together. We'll start off with a simple one. Solve 2 outside of x minus 3 equals 12. That was question 1. Alrighty, so the first thing we want to do is expand these brackets. So using our wave method, 2 times x gives us 2x. And we finish off the wave. 2 times negative 3 gives us negative 6 equals 12. Now if we add 6 to both sides, we'll then get 2x equals 18. And then dividing both sides by 2 will give us x equals 9. Now if we want to check that this answer is correct, we can substitute x equals 9 back into our original equation. So if I sub in x equals 9 here, 9 minus 3 gives us 6. 2 times 6 equals 12. So we know that we're right with x equals 9. Let's have a go at one that's a little bit more difficult and involves an algebraic fraction. So let's solve 4x minus 2 over 3 equals 3x minus 1 over 2. Now the first thing we want to do with this question is tidy up these fractions. So to do that, we will multiply the second fraction, so on the right hand side of the equal sign, by 3, and that will tidy up this fraction on the left hand side. So we'll get 4x minus 2 equals 3 outside of 3x minus 1 over 2. So essentially what we've done here is we've multiplied both sides of the equal sign by 3, which is then cancelled out this 3 here. And now we'll do the same thing to tidy up this fraction here. So if we multiply both sides by 2, we'll get 2 outside of 4x minus 2 equals 3 outside of 3x minus 1. Now this is looking a little bit better. And we can go ahead with expanding these brackets. So 2 times 4x gives us 8x. 2 times minus 2 will give us minus 4 equals 3 times 3x will give us 9x. 3 times minus 1 will give us minus 3. Now let's bring all the x's onto one side, so onto the left hand side of the equal sign. If I minus 9x to both sides of the equal sign, this will give us minus x equals, and then add 4 onto both sides of the equal sign, that will give us 1. If we've got minus x equals 1, then we can divide both sides by minus 1, and we know that x is equal to minus 1. Let's check it. So if we've got x equals minus 1, if we let x equal minus 1 in this fraction, we get 4 times minus 1, which is minus 4, minus 2 is minus 6, minus 6 divided by 3 is minus 2, so this left hand side equals minus 2. Here we'd get minus 3, minus 1 is minus 4, divided by 2 is minus 2, so we'd get minus 2 equals minus 2, so we know that that's right. Let's have a go at one more. Again involving algebraic fractions. Solve x plus 2 over 3 minus 2x minus 1 over 2 equals 4. Now, what we want to do with these fractions, we're subtracting fractions from each other. So when we're doing that, when we're adding or subtracting fractions, we need a common denominator. The lowest common denominator with 3 and 2 will give us 6. So let's write this first fraction with a 6, and let's write this second fraction with a 6. Now what have we done to this 3 to get it to a 6? We've times it by 2. So to keep this fraction equivalent, we need to multiply the top by 2 as well. In this fraction here, we've multiplied this 2 by 3 to get it to 6. So we need to multiply the top by 3 as 1, again to keep it equivalent, equals 4. Now we can write this left-hand side, just to tidy it up, all over the denominator of 6 as one fraction, and why don't we, in the same step, expand the bracket, so we'll get 2x plus 4. This negative applies to this 3, so minus 3 times 2x will give us minus 6x. Minus 3 times minus 1 will give us plus 3, because we've got a double negative there. Now, in order to tidy up this fraction, we're going to multiply 6 over to this side, so we'll get 2x plus 4 minus 6x plus 3 equals 4 times 6, which is 24. Now we can collect the like terms, so 2x minus 6x will give us minus 4x. 4 plus 3 gives us 7 equals 24. If we bring this 7 over to this side, we subtract 7 from 24, so we'll get minus 4x equals 24 minus 7, which is 17. And our final step, divide both sides by minus 4, so we'll get x equals minus 17 on 4, and that's our final answer.